Kyle,
Yes,
you guys
sir.
bump up to 11-1, your first section duel tonight. So
Right.
you're now 1-0. Talk about the team's experience so far this season.
So we're super young. So this was a really cool experience to get some of them some big time stuff. We may have made a mistake of letting them know you guys were coming yesterday, and then their eyes got big. So I think we saw some jitters in some guys, especially our sophomores, doing some things they're not doing all the time in the practice room. But that's the learning lesson of it. That's what we're going to focus on and redirect them, because everybody wrestled very hard. Effort was there. I disagree with Gabe. I think he wrestled great. I don't think he did anything that he could fix. Maddox Shaw's unbelievably good.
Sure.
And to keep it 4-0, we do want to score on him, though. That's the goal. So we're going to try to work on that for next week at Powerade. Gabe's unbelievable with his leadership stuff, and just you hear him speak. We didn't even talk to him about the match yet, and he's already going through it. So that's awesome. Now we need him to get our underclassmen to start doing that as well, instead of like feeling bad after a loss, right? Sophomore goes out, Nick Pushkar, 160 goes out in a tight match, gets pinned, right? Instead of coming out and just kind of feeling down for yourself, we need them to start thinking like Gabe, and all right, now what do I got to do tomorrow when we go into workout? What am I going to get better at so that doesn't happen again? And that comes with these experiences.
Sure.
So, and you guys coming here and putting the pressure on them, putting the heat on them, I like it. But yeah, it's a good experience. The section's nasty. It's tough. You know, so every experience they get with that, we got to get better every time, though. So
For sure, Coach. Now, the wrestling in this gym, the smaller environment, it's a lot more intense. It's a lot more loud. Do you prefer to wrestle over here versus the field house?
I do. We got to wrestle out in the big gym, the Field House A, through like the COVID year because of occupation
bigger.
requirements. Yeah, but man, I really like it back here. It is. It's a little more wild, and it gets a little more energy flowing through it. So yeah, I do prefer it back here. I like it back here.
In the
It's nice.
junior high matchup, those numbers from
love
both
it.
programs.
Right, love it.
I mean, that was one heck of an environment. I don't
Right.
think there were any forfeits. And
No.
correct me if I'm wrong, 16 weight classes in the middle school now?
15.
15.
But then they got, I think, 13 or 14 extra matches after. So it's awesome. We have 52 on our middle school roster. We're trying to keep them all out, and we just want to keep.
We love the heavyweights.
Oh yeah.
The heavyweights. They're going to get it figured out. But man, when they do, they're going to rock and roll.
Yeah. It's super fun.
So, Coach, tonight, I mean, obviously you had some closer matches, some overtime matches. You had some falls. Are you going to do anything different to your kind of practice schedule or what you're doing in the mat room as you try to re-peak these athletes going into a tournament like Powerade?
Yeah, absolutely. I think if I would continue to do the same thing over and over again, I'm doing them a disservice. Have to change daily. I've yet to write up a practice plan that has gone completely through.
It's a working document.
Right, it is a working document. I scribble all over it. I take notes constantly, and I'll take notes on notes. I'll watch all the film tonight, and tomorrow, tonight I'll have a game plan. Tomorrow I'll get there, and we'll start into something, and we'll see something and be like, oh, we got to work on this. I think realistically, we have been grinding maybe I don't want to say overworking, because I don't think they're overworking, overtraining. I think maybe just kind of grinding too much. I think Christmas is hitting right at a good time where they get a couple days where they can do some active recovery. We'll shorten up some of the intensity with leading into Powerade, but I mean, immediately after Powerade, we have to go right back into that grind to get ready for the rest of the section schedule, escape the rock, all those things. So, yeah, little adjustments, little tweaks. I don't think we got to make big changes right now, but definitely got to keep evolving.
Yeah, for sure. Your schedule doesn't get much easier.
No.
You have Powerade, then you're at West Mifflin. You have the county tournament, which is always a grind over at Greensburg-Salem. Then Ringgold, Escape the Rock out of Council Rock, and then Franklin Regional, Penn Trafford, Peters Township.
Right, it's a grind.
It sure is.
Right.
It sure is, but that's what will help you guys be ready for late February, March.
Right, and that's the objective. That's why it's great to get that match tonight with Gabe and Maddox. We want to get our guys that competition. You never feel it if you don't ever take those chances to wrestle them, right? It gave us an opportunity to let Evan Gill bump up, get a match in with a tough guy there too, put them in uncomfortable situations, and then hopefully they gain. Like, his mindset's perfect, right? After a loss like that, it's perfect. He's ready to do some different things to get better. So we just got to keep pumping that into their heads and go from there.
All right,
because it is a grind. Next month and a half is going to be a grind.
It definitely is.
It sure is. The whole season's truly a grind. The whole year is as a wrestler.
You gotta love it.
Is
you gotta love it.
You do.
Right?
We love it, and hey, we're kind of glad that we made the kids a little anxious now.
Right.
Because it's not going to get any easier.
No, exactly. And that's what I'm going to tell them when I get down there. I'm going to say they came here purposely to make you guys uncomfortable. So every time you see them, you say, hey, thanks. Because Powerade might be a little easier next time, right?
Bring us some more treats like this. Hey, head coaches at other schools. This is what Coach Martin brings us.
That's right.
We have iced teas and waters and all these goodies. Coach, thank you so much.
Thank you,
You're
guys.
always
I appreciate
a pleasure.
it.
Thank you, Coach.
For everything you guys do.
Appreciate
it.
it.
Have
That's
a good
head
one.
coach Kyle Martin.